Water impurities. Impurities in water, groundwater. Cleaning water impurities. Water is an important part of daily life. Each of us should drink at least 8 glasses of water every day. Water becomes impure in many ways. Let us look at some of the ways that water becomes impure. Different materials are carried by water. As water flows down the hills, it carries with it mud and sand particles. This makes water impure. We know that when we add a spoonful of sugar to a glass of water, it dissolves in it. Many other materials dissolve in water. We already found salt and sugar dissolves in water. There are some other minerals and chemicals that dissolve in water. When it rains, water flows down mountains or hills and along with it carries some minerals and some dissolved impurities. So we learnt that water picks up impurities as it flows. Let us learn some methods to clean up water of its suspended impurities. In the sedimentation method, we take the muddy or dirty water and place it in a tumbler. We let it remain undisturbed for some time. The mud settles down and we have clear water on top. This method is called sedimentation. The decantation method is pretty similar to sedimentation. We keep the muddy water in a tumbler or beaker and leave it on the table for a while. You will find all the mud has settled at the bottom and the clear water stands at the top. We now take this water without shaking the tumbler too much and then we pour the water into another beaker. This method is called decantation. We can remove suspended impurities with a filter paper. We fold it into a half and make a cone. Notice there are 3 sides on one side of our cone and 1 fold on the other. We place this in the filter and then pour the muddy water through this filter paper. Clear water can be collected in a beaker below. The clear water is called a filtrate. This method is called filtration. Remember, these methods can only remove impurities which are floating or suspended in the water. There are other methods to remove dissolved impurities and when water passes through a material, this material is called porous. When it rains, a part of the water sinks into the ground. This water passes through numerous porous layers. The water finally reaches a layer which is non-porous and then it collects them. The level of underground water is called the water table. The water table may be high during the monsoon season, while in the summer water evaporates more and so the water table is low. If the water table is near the surface, water can be taken out easily and wells are not very deep. When the level of water is very low, then we dig deep bore wells or tube wells and water is removed out with a pump. Summary. We have been learning about how the sun helps make seasons and make rain. We found how the rain actually seeps into the ground and forms a water table, which from where we get water. If you look around you, there is water everywhere, be it in lakes or streams or the oceans and seas. But there is very little water which we can use for drinking. We must help preserve water and help build up the water table.